Click the subscribe button, hit the bell icon to never miss another update.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Quran Time with Hania, where we explore the Quran and the interesting stories inside this marvelous book. This part covers the remaining part of Surah Kahaf, Surah Maryam and Surah Kahaf. Surah Kahaf includes a story about Prophet Musa and Prophet Khizr. When Prophet Musa was informed by Allah that there is a man living by the sea who has knowledge which you do not have, he went in search of him. When Prophet Musa found Prophet Khizr, he asked permission to stay with him. He agreed on the condition that he will not ask any questions. Then, three strange things happened. In the first incident, Prophet Khizr made a few holes in a boat they were traveling on. When Prophet Musa saw this, he was shocked and asked Prophet Khizr, "Are you trying to drown us?" Prophet Khizr said, "I told you not to ask any questions." Prophet Musa promised he wouldn't ask any more questions, and they continued their journey. In another incident, he killed a child. Prophet Musa was shocked again and asked him why he had done this. Prophet Khizr said, "I told you not to ask any questions. You have broken this rule twice, and we cannot continue this journey together." Prophet Musa promised that he wouldn't ask any questions, and if he did, they would part ways. Prophet Khizr agreed, and they continued their journey. In the third incident, he started building a crumbling wall in a village, even though the villagers had refused to feed them. Prophet Musa could not remain silent and asked why he did that. After the third question, Prophet Khizr announced their separation and said that he could not stay with him any longer. However, he told him the real reasons behind his actions. He said that the holes were made in the boat because the servants of a tyrant king were stealing boats that were in a good condition. The tyrant would have no interest in a boat with holes in it, and so the livelihood of these poor people was saved. I killed the child because he would have grown to be a huge cause of suffering and distress for his parents. Therefore, Allah decided to kill him, and in return gave them a virtuous, loving, and obedient child. I built the wall because it belonged to two orphans. Their father was a servant of Allah, and a treasure was hidden under the wall. If that wall fell, then people would steal the treasure, and these two orphans would have lost all their wealth. He built this wall so that when they grow older, they can take out this treasure and use it for themselves. The story of Ya'juj and Ma'juj is also mentioned in this surah. Ya'juj and Ma'juj were wild tribes living in some areas. They were very battle-hardened and savage warriors. This nation caused great distress and trouble to the local people residing there. Ya'juj and Ma'juj destroyed their crops, killed their children, and made their lives miserable. Ya'juj and Ma'juj used to come from a mountain that had a rift in it. This barbaric tribe used to make their way through that passage, a rift in the mountain. King Zulqarnain was a powerful king whose kingdom stretched over many countries. He used to travel across his empire, and one day he was traveling north when he came across that mountain. The residents of the area pleaded with him to help them get rid of Ya'juj and Ma'juj. King Zulqarnain helped them by sealing the rift in the mountain with the help of iron and molten copper. Thus, King Zulqarnain has imprisoned Ya'juj and Ma'juj behind the wall. Nobody has ever reached or known about that specific mountain, even in today's era of technology. And with that, Surah Kahaf ends and Surah Maryam begins. Surah Maryam includes a story about Prophet Ibrahim. Prophet Ibrahim invited his uncle to accept Allah as one and not to associate any partners with Allah. He said to him, "Allah has given me knowledge, and you should listen to me. Do not obey the devil, as he is disobedient to Allah. If you obey him, then the punishment of Allah will come." Surah Maryam also discusses 10 other prophets, including Prophet Musa, Prophet Harun, Prophet Ismail, Prophet Ishaq, Prophet Yaqub, Prophet Idris, Prophet Adam, and Prophet Nuh. Prophet Zakaria and Prophet Yahya are mentioned as well. And with that, Surah Maryam ends and Surah Kahaf begins. Allah addresses Prophet Muhammad in Surah Kahaf. Prophet Muhammad used to work very hard in both the recitation of the Quran and its preaching. He used to pray so many times that his feet would swell, and then he would risk his life in inviting people to the Quran. And if no one listened to his invitation, he used to get very sad. And that is why Allah has converted him in this surah and in many other places. Allah also tells him to not put himself in too much trouble, as this Quran cannot affect everyone's heart. This is only advice for the person who has fear and love of Allah in his heart. The story of Prophet Musa's birth has also been mentioned. The story of Prophet Musa's birth begins with the Pharaoh of Egypt, who had enslaved the Israelites and ordered the killing of all male children born to them. However, the mother of Prophet Musa received a revelation from Allah that her child was destined for great things, and so she put him in a basket and placed him in the river Nile. The basket floated downstream and eventually reached the palace of the Pharaoh, where it was discovered by his wife, Asiya. She recognized the baby's potential and convinced the Pharaoh to spare his life and raise him as their own son. And so, Prophet Musa grew up in the palace, but his heart remained with the oppressed Israelites.